Hey everybody, I'm going to start by showing you this dry painting that I just varnished. It is pretty cool. I'm loving it. But for the life of me, I can't find which video it is. And that's how I list my paintings on Etsy, is I go by the video number and then that's how I reference it. And that's how I keep my brain organized. But I can't find it. So this video is coming out in 2 days. And I put something on Facebook today, so this might not be relevant in 2 days. But if it is, due to my laziness in not wanting to keep going over each video over and over again to try and find it, I am selling it with free shipping in the US for $120, and it is a 10 by 20. And so my laziness is y'all's benefit or something like that. And then I want to show you the painting that's actually tonight. So today is Monday. So like for you, it'll be 2 days ago. The black and brown one. It is really cool. The metallic, the iridescent is, let's see if I can, the iridescent is very subtle. I'm trying to see if even I can see it. It's super subtle. I mean, it's got the light has to hit it just right. So I may, add some to it. Like I'm thinking that would be really cool under resin, with maybe some gold Pearl-Ex powders or something in it. But I really like how it turned out. It's really nice. And let me set that aside. And then let me get this set up close to me. And then let's see where. Woo! Okay, we are not in camera yet, or in frame. There we go. I watched some older videos, and I do think this is probably better set up for all of you to be able to see. I'm going to do a mallet smash, and I know it's been at least minimum 2 weeks since I've done one, since I have not done one in my new table setting. So I am hoping that it doesn't get everywhere. And I'm actually, right now that I'm thinking about it, I'm putting a paper towel over my paint, my white paint. And I'm going to glove up. Okie dokie. Maybe if I can get them out of the box. So all my paints are mixed with Floetrol and water. The blue that I'm using is Grumbacher Cerulean Blue. Shaking. That has iridescent medium and silicone in it. And if you've been watching for any length of time, for as long, it's been quite a while that I'm now only putting silicone in one single color per pour, because too much is just, it's not good. Actually, you know what? I'll just leave it on here. I was going to, oftentimes, this is MDF, and often I put, since it's solid, I'll set on something instead of using the bars, but I'll keep using the bars. And it's got kind of like a soft beveled edge, or mitered. I always forget that. Rob, I'm sure you'll correct me. But somebody asked me how I sell these. Do I frame them or what? And I sell them as is. Here's a finished one. I'll show you what I do. So here's one that's got varnish on it. And that's a mallet smash, so this will hopefully be something like that. And then this is what I do. I put little pads on the sides and just a sawtooth hanger. And it lays nice and flat against the wall, and I like the look of it. I suppose somebody could frame it if they wanted. I'm not big on, I don't frame any of my pieces. I usually just, like any of my, I'm trying to think, canvas artwork. None of it's framed in my house. I mean, I have other artwork, you know, prints. I've bought prints before from artists, and those are framed, but I suppose if you didn't frame those, you'd just be like thumbtacking a piece of paper to your wall. I was really sad. I got one, years ago at an art show. I bought, so let me tell you, this is Liquitex Basic Magenta, Liquitex Basic Primary Yellow, and then Liquitex Basic Prism Violet. So I bought a print, and I can't remember what size it was, but I could not find a regular frame for it. So, and I didn't have, I didn't want to pay to get it framed, and I didn't have the framing skills that I could do now. So I just had to, so now like the artist's name is covered up because just a little bit of it was just a little bit too long. So now I wanted to look up that artist, and I had to take it out of the frame to see who it was. But it was one of these pieces that I was walking through an art show, and it jumped out at me. I was just like, I have to have that. It's amazing. It's this sad looking kind of woman, but it's like a funky drawing. It's kind of abstract, and she's got blue hair, and she looks sad, and she's looking out into the distance. This is Dutch Boy Ultra White with Floetrol and water. But she looks really sad, and I must have been having like a down day because I was like, oh my gosh, I feel this painting so much. And I immediately bought it. It's like, I have to have it. Let me check on the camera, make sure that that's not too high now. Okay, that's good. I suppose I could. There. Ah. Now don't be looking at my trash, because last time someone says, you gotta empty your trash. Right now it's just got sandpaper and paint. You can see all my secrets. I probably should look behind me every time I do a video now to make sure I don't have anything secret behind me. I don't know why I'd be keeping secret things behind me in my basement, but you never know. I think I've told you about the painting, the creepy haunted painting that came with the house that I don't touch, that's in the basement, along with the baby toys that I refuse to touch that belong to previous owners. Those will still be here when we sell the house someday. Okay, so I just mixed up this white, and it is fairly thin. I'm trying to decide if it is too thin. There's like, oh, I primed this MDF with gesso and sanded it before I did this. I just did one coat. Trying to decide if the white is too thin or not, because I'm going to do another pour, and I've got more of this made up, and it's pretty thin. Okay, so I don't want to put the paint with the silicone in first because I don't like it to hit it first. Kind of like more of a buffer. I think I'm going to do a bunch of little. Whoa. Me and my husband's squeaky up there. Right above me though, there's a big hole in the ceiling of the basement. I think that's where the dishwasher is. And when we moved in, there was like it was like fence, like wooden decking nailed up there. Their dishwasher must have leaked, and so they just cut it out. And instead of leaving the hole or, putting ceiling back up there, they just nailed some boards to the ceiling. I'm making my house sound really trashy. It's not. It's nice. But I guess not nice enough to put a ceiling in. But I already told you guys how when my ceiling leaked in my family room, for like a year, I put a picture frame around it because I just never got around to fixing it. And the only reason I did finally fix it was because we were having my parents' 50th anniversary party at my house. So that's when I was like, oh, I should probably fix that. But I'm pretty sure everybody has, if they own the house, has all that weird little stuff that never gets done until necessity. There's just so much other things to do. So many things that are more fun than patching a ceiling. I still have a hole in my wall, and also in the family room that I covered by hanging a picture over it. And I'm going to shut this other door so maybe the heater will be more quiet. Okie dokie. Gosh. I'm realizing that I'm probably painting the... Oh my gosh, look what happened. Look how cool. Oh my gosh, I only walked away for like a second. Look at what's going on. It's doing it by itself. Seriously, so cool. I almost don't want to smash it. How fun is that? Oh, one of my other paints, but oh my gosh, that is awesome. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have to tilt it a little just to get some movement in there, because I either have to smash it or drag it or something, because it's not gonna do it on its own. But look, and then paint's coming up there. So cool. These look like brain scans. All right. Alright, so I hit those kind of hard. And this last one, I might need to do some, well, I'm thinking I'm going to need more paint. Let's see if I put a little bit, or some white. Because it could be like that pink one I showed you for this, how I did the back. That had a spot that kind of like this one, that it's not exact like the others, but it fits in. Look at all the bright colors. Yay, yay, yay. I torched it before I did anything because the smashing adds a ton of air bubbles. So, oh my goodness, love, 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 love it. So I do have bald spots, so I am gonna have to move the paint around. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's like totally bare. I hate doing this, but it's hard to tilt it if there's that much of a difference. Such a bare spot, the paint's just gonna wanna curl over it. Talk about that part so much, and I wish I could come up with a better way to say it. But it's like the low spots and then the high spots, but there's so much paint and then there's nothing and it just wants to smush it. I don't know, that's such a bad description of it. But I'm not really sure how else. Look at how awesome this is right here. How much paint is here? I may not tilt it. I'm thinking I probably don't need to. I'll try a little bit more. All right, it's kind of moving towards me. So I'll do that a little bit. I'm getting rid of that blob on the corner opposite me, closest to you. It's like a brown blob that is just doing nothing for this piece. Oh, it's starting to move a little. It's starting to go over on my side, which is good. Plus, I like the look of paint dripped over a side. It's pretty. Yay, it's quiet again. Except for my husband creaking. All right, this part, I don't like this. There, much better. That was a really ugly blob. So here's the view. You're now seeing what I've been looking at, most of it. Just making sure, shining it in the light to make sure there's not, there are spots that aren't perfect, that are, but I don't think they're totally bald. And I think the paint will, I think it'll fill in by itself somewhat. It's adding this is not. And look, there's like, I have a feeling I'm gonna find lots of places where that paint splatter went. Oh, it looks like from here, like a festival, like just like a carnival of colors. So, whoa, I'm holding you, that's why you're moving. That's my favorite, those colors. And then this part on the lower left. I'll set you down so you're not wobbly anymore. But I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. So thank you so much for watching. If you like it, whoa, I am really just screwing with you now. Don't click dislike just because of that. And please subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.